So what you want to look at is your work ball lead? Is it that heavy? And is your sleep time a huge ball that you blow up like a beach ball? Or is it perhaps the other way around? Let's make sure that the balls are evenly weighed out. We need to remember that with our spiritual time, learning and education, any subject counts, is important too. And it tends to be one of the very smallest things that we do for ourselves. So if we have all of that in balance, our health will remain in balance, and we'll be able to move forward in life. One of the things I hear people say is, when I retire, once I retire, I'm going to have the time for. And many of these things have their whole life. Many people have their whole life out of balance, and then when they retire, they take those same habits with them. They don't change their habits. They move into their retirement with the same kind of mindset. And they're looking for work now. Because their ball is still this lead thing they haven't allowed. Or now they're sleeping because they don't know what to do with the rest of their life. They had all these grandiose plans, but now they're here. Once you recognize which of your balls is out of balance, or if all of them are, and you're striving to put them back into balance, ask for assistance. But don't ask humanity, because all of their balls are out of balance too. Ask Spirit. But when you ask Spirit for assistance, recognize that the universe gives right to you what it is you're asking. Make sure that you're very comfortable with the words that you're requesting. Because if you say, gosh, I'd really like some balance in my life, and can you help me out with this work? Can you, take some of it away? Hello? They will. And tomorrow you might not have a job. Because they have to answer your request. Whatever we ask for, we get. Period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. It is very specific. What we ask for, they have to give us, no matter what. If we don't ask for it, they can't give it to us, so it works flip side. So if you're wondering, gosh, I keep thinking that I would really like to be better with my money, or I'd really like, but you don't ask for it, they can't give that to you because you haven't asked for it. My favorite story about that is the little girl who brings her daddy her doll. And she goes to play, and she comes back, and she says, Daddy, is my doll ready? And he says, honey, you never left it with me. So she took it to him and wanted him to get it fixed. But she took it back. And we do that in spirit all the time. I'd like you to help me with this. Well, maybe not. Let me do it my way still. And we don't listen for the answer. And there's where our spiritual ball needs to be the same size as our work ball and our physical ball. No one person has the same balance. All of us have made various choices in our lives as to how the balance of our balls are. But we can look, and I really request that you go home and take some time with yourself, a pencil and paper, and write down how those 5 categories look in your life. I think it'll surprise you But we go through our lives thinking we know exactly how it looks. But we have these little blinders on because we don't want to look at our lives. Okay, we have this dream of what our life looks like. Take the time. Take a look. Find out where the balls are out of balance. Work on rebalancing them. Set guidelines. Guidelines are usually broken, but if you set them, the balls will start to come back into balance. Especially if you ask for that help and that love. Now, law of balance works with several other laws that spiritualism talks about. The law of intent is a very strong one. Your intent and your requests have to match. Because if they think you're kidding around, again, you're just not going to be answered. I'm going to close the service this morning with a poem. The Guy in the Glass. When you get what you want in your struggle for pelf, and the world makes you king for a day, then go to the mirror and look at yourself and see what that guy has to say. For it isn't your father or mother or wife who judgment upon you must pass. The feller whose verdict counts as the most is the guy staring back from the glass. He's the feller to please. Never mind all the rest, for he's with you clear up to the end. And you've passed your most dangerous, difficult test if the guy in the glass is your friend. You may be like Jack Horner and chisel a plum and think you're a wonderful guy. But the man in the glass says you're only a bum if you can't look him straight in the eye. You can fool the whole world down the pathway of years and get pats on the back as you pass. But your final reward will be heartaches and tears if you've cheated the guy in the glass. I would ask, again, that you take a look at the balance in your life. Your health, your mind, your spiritual love, and your physical body, and your workplace. Keep these in balance, and you'll live a long, happy life. Thank you.